So basically going into the home market too, but what needs to be done on the home entertainment front to help 3D TV sales amidst consumer confusion with competing passive and active formats?
It's all going to go. It's all going to go passive. There are new screens that we've seen that are not necessarily on the market yet that are spectacular. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're the cheap plastic Polaroid glasses that you can just have a bowl of them sitting there on the coffee table, or the kids break them, it doesn't matter. Which is a far cry from where we are right now with these $100 active glasses that have to be plugged in and charged up, and if the dog eats one, it's a big drama.
No, I know my kid sat on one and like. What role do you see video games playing in the 3D home entertainment space with so many big titles coming out for both PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360?
Right, video games are really going to drive this, but they haven't done so up to now because the cycle of creation has lagged behind. The consumer electronics companies introduced these screens last year, so we're a year into this. And it takes 18 months to 2 years to author a high quality video game. So you're going to see a stampede of video games, and then that in turn is going to catalyze a more broad scaled adoption in the home of these big screens.
Well, I also think that the gaming market, the video games are going to help propel the auto stereoscopic displays,
Yeah.
because that's going to be the entry level. These single viewing devices that are engaging the person in playing a video game. I think you're going to see a lot of investment in auto stereoscopic displays for that very reason, and that'll kind of trickle up to the larger displays that that technology will be used for just home viewing television.
Going
Yeah,
back to
one of the big barriers right now is you have to wear glasses in the home, and the home viewing experience is very different than the movie theater viewing experience. I don't think we'll ever get rid of the glasses in a movie theater, not in my lifetime anyway. But we're going to get rid of them very, very soon in the home, and that's good because it's a different viewing model there. You're distracted, you're doing this, you're pausing, you're going to get a pizza, whatever it is. It's not the same very dedicated sort of consciousness that you do in a movie theater. And so getting rid of the glasses will be a big deal.
Going back to Avatar, having expanded the Avatar universe with Ubisoft video games, what roles? What are your thoughts on the massive multiplayer online Avatar universe potentially using the multiverse game engine technology? I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm actually on the board of Multiverse, so
Oh, okay.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I love MMORPGs. I love the possibility of that for the Avatar universe, and I would like to see it authored in 3D, and I'd love to see people doing the gameplay in 3D. So that's something that we're looking to do, but we're not active on that yet.
Okay, you actually have answered a bunch of other questions here. Let me just scroll through this. Vince, how have you seen the 3D space evolve in Hollywood since you started?
Well, that's a good question. Because I honestly feel that we had great traction, early on. I think that, the size of the camera systems and everything else was very, filmmaking centric. And I think that we lost some of that momentum, basically because camera systems were coming out that were no longer targeting the 3D world, they were just targeting resolution. And so we started to see cameras with the larger sensor, bigger cameras. And I think that it affected us, because when a filmmaker's forced to use something that's larger, less mobile and stuff, it does impact his work. And so it starts to foster conversations about conversion. Is that a better way to go, and so forth. So I call it a little bit of new beginning because we're starting to see smaller compact cameras out there like the Epic and the Alexa M camera, which are very welcomed and refreshing to go back to that. So I kind of see it where we were ahead of the curve and then we lost some traction because some of the manufacturers figured that we'll just discount the 3D effort and we'll concentrate on the resolution more. And now
they were wrong. Because 3D is driving digital cinema,
exactly.
It's driving everything right
Yeah.
now, and driving digital camera adoption. That was the big, I think, revelation for these guys, was that camera adoption was not being based on resolution, it was being based on being 3D friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing that I think is so obvious in retrospect is that to get filmmakers to move from 2D to 3D was also, in many cases, to get them to move from film to digital. Because there are no film solutions for 3D that make any sense. They're all digital cameras. So now you're asking them to make a double leap. And they were very, very cautious about making it. We just blazed in. We were kind of shocked when we kind of, you know, ran 1,000 yards out in front of everybody else and looked back and said, where is everybody? How come you're not behind us? You know, and because they were cautiously coming forward, and unfortunately the cameras got bigger and bigger for a while because of all the things they felt they needed, which they didn't need at all. I mean, we won an Academy Award for Avatar for the cinematography with a camera that weighed 27 pounds, a rig that weighed 27 pounds that had two 10-to-1 zoom lenses in it. And 2 years after that, the exact same functionality weighed 70 pounds.